I just want to talk a little bit about tendons, tendon strength, and some of the ways that I've built my tendons over the years. If you guys know me, you probably know that I have pretty thick tendons, not only in the wrist and forearm, but also bicep tendon. I have a pretty strong lock, pretty good endurance, and as some of you might know, I have a decent hook. That wasn't developed from doing a bunch of bicep curls in the gym or having a strong bicep muscle, but it was actually developed from some of the things that I'm going to show later in this video. Some of you might know this, but the majority of you probably don't. I'm a rock climber of over 10 years, and I climbed for 3 or 4 years prior to ever putting my elbow on an arm wrestling table. So John Brzenk, he just did an interview recently where he was asked if you had to take an athlete from one sport and have them excel in arm wrestling, what sport would he choose? And he actually chose either a baseball player or a rock climber.
Choose one. Okay, which sport do you think would have the most natural carryover into arm wrestling? Maybe like a rock climber, perhaps.
Rock climbers, yeah, super strong hands, but those guys are endurance guys. A rock climber that was a sprinter.
John also stated that rock climbing is more of an endurance-based sport, which is true and can actually be detrimental in a way due to the fact that over the years we build a slower, more methodical pace where an arm wrestler might need that explosiveness or fast twitch off the ready-go. However, being a rock climber did give me a superior strength advantage, especially in the fingers, the wrist, and the forearm, and most importantly, the tendons. So like arm wrestling, rock climbing is a tendon-based sport, and if you've done rock climbing for any amount of time, you'll probably know that it stresses the tendons much more than the muscles, in my opinion. So rock climbers, they usually don't look the strongest. Most of the time they're taller, lankier, maybe more of a wiry physique, but they always seem to have these steel cable-like tendons. And if you know what you're looking for, you know when somebody has strong tendons. Just like in arm wrestling, if you look at somebody, they might not look the strongest, they might not have the biggest muscles, but when you grip up with that person and they have a superior strength advantage over you, that's probably because they have more seasoned, more developed tendons. So as a rock climber, what's some of the ways that we develop our tendons? Not only is it from climbing in a gym multiple times per week, sometimes 2 to 4 hours per session, but it's from using what we call a hangboard. I've been using one of these for 8 to 10 years now, the majority of my rock climbing career. And basically what this is, all these pockets are different depths. Some of them you can fit 4 fingers, some 3, and some pockets you can only fit 2 fingers. A standard hangboard workout might take me approximately 30 minutes. I'll do 3 sets. So 1 set is when I complete every hold for 10 to 12 seconds. And 1 set generally takes about 10 minutes. Like I said, I do 3 sets. So we'll get a little more detail on what the hangboard actually looks like up close. I'm also going to do a quick hangboard workout. At the conclusion of the workout, we'll definitely have a forearm pump. You'll know your tendons were stressed, and let's go ahead and let's do it. So for those of you who aren't familiar with a hangboard, I just wanted to give you a little insight of what this looks like up close. Some of these pockets you can fit all your fingers in there, and the depth on that one's pretty well. Other ones you can fit all 4 fingers, however the depth is very shallow, a lot harder to hold on to. These ones up top, you can fit your whole hand on there, however they're very slopey and your hand just wants to slide off. These larger ones up top, pretty easy to grab onto. As we get towards the bottom, This one's pretty shallow here. You can only fit 3 fingers. The ones at the bottom, you could fit all 4 fingers, but they are pretty shallow. This one, you can only fit 2 fingers, but they do go in pretty far. This pocket is probably the worst. You can only fit 2 fingers, and it is very shallow. Sometimes I do have to add a 3rd finger into another pocket just to help assist myself. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys a little close-up of what this thing actually looked like. So I like to keep my arms at 90-degree angle. Some rock climbers will tell you it's best to be almost fully extended with just a slight angle in the arm. However, I've always done it at a 90-degree. I believe that's why I developed such a good lock and just feels more comfortable in my opinion. Another thing, once it gets harder, you're going to want to flare your elbows out. Try to keep your elbows in. You won't believe how hard it is just hanging there for 10 to 12 seconds. Not only do you get it in your forearms, you get it in your abs, your core, your back. It's a full body workout. So I also have these, which are called rock rings. It's a little different feel from the hangboard because they're free hanging. Like I said, just a little bit different feel, just a little bit added extra for the hangboard workout. Once you get to the 2-finger pocket on the rock rings, it really becomes pretty hard. A lot of times I'll just keep my feet on the floor and kind of lean into it. We'll see if I can actually hang right now. I was able to hang. The stress on the finger tendons pretty high. So that concludes the hangboard workout. Definitely have a forearm pump. Definitely gonna feel it in this area of my forearm tomorrow. If you guys are gonna try this or you're new to doing hangboards, please take it slow. This stresses the tendons like no other. If you're doing it multiple times per week or too fast too soon, you could end up overstressing the tendons and developing an injury. I'd highly recommend you guys find a rock climbing gym in your area. Even if you go once per week, you're gonna see vast improvement. You can also purchase a hangboard online. Just go on Google, type in hangboard. A bunch of different models will pop up. They're usually about 80 to 100 bucks. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys start your journey to developing steel cable-like tendons. If you guys have any comments or recommendations for future videos, please give me a comment down below, and we will see you on the next video.